the most exciting thing about my job as director of the Udall Center at the University of Michigan is the opportunity to work on important problems, the goal of improving care of Parkinson's disease in the collaboration with really talented colleagues. The great thing about the Udall program is that it's very interdisciplinary. We have very talented people from psychology, radiology, statistics, all trying to work together on the goal of trying to understand important features of Parkinson's disease and potentially improve treatment of Parkinson's patients.
At the University of Michigan Udall Center, what we try to do is understand a particular brain chemical, acetylcholine, which is not studied that often in Parkinson's disease, but we think it may be responsible for some of the symptoms that are seen in persons with Parkinson's, such as the cognitive impairments as well as gait and balance disorders.
So historically, a lot of Parkinson's research has focused on the neurotransmitter dopamine, but we are hoping to understand better how this other neurotransmitter and the cholinergic system in the brain plays into the disease progression and sensory, motor, and cognitive integration in the brain.
Our hope is that if we can understand the specific alterations in the system, we might find a way to partially restore its function in individuals with Parkinson's.
What I believe everyone should know about the Udall Centers is that they're passionately involved in the research regarding Parkinson's. They are extremely thorough. They're welcoming to have participants. They make you feel at home.
We do a lot of different motor tests here, which are basically just a lot of walking tasks. We also do some pen and paper tests with participants. And one of my favorite things about having a participant come in is just getting to know them and talking to them. And I just always learn something new every time I talk to a participant. And another reason that I was drawn towards this research is that my grandpa actually also had Parkinson's disease. So it's very interesting to learn more about what was happening.
I started working in Parkinson's research because I had a few family members that were affected by neurodegenerative diseases. And a big part of this lab is neuropsychological testing and neuroimaging using MRIs. And so that's something that really interests me.
One of the key things that I really like to study is how we get from place to place, which is called spatial navigation or spatial orientation, how we know how to get home, for example. And these are facilities that are often impaired in persons with Parkinson's disease. And I got interested in Parkinson's disease because of this overlap, because people with Parkinson's can also have difficulties with spatial navigation. And we believe we can try to use some of our knowledge of spatial navigation circuits in the brain and spatial navigation neurons in the brain to try to understand why these facilities are impaired in Parkinson's and then search for treatments.
They put you through a series of tests which can benefit their research, and I also think benefit me.
One of my favorite things about having a participant come in is just getting to know them and talking to them. And I just always learn something new every time I talk to a participant.
It's really important as staff to connect to the participants because even though it can be a debilitating disease, it's important to have a sense of hope for the future.
Participating in these studies has helped me in a number of ways. Significantly, you realize you're not alone, because I don't know a lot of people, I don't know hardly anybody who has Parkinson's. So you realize that it's not a battle I'm fighting by myself. The center is extremely encouraging and helpful.
Our hope is that we can find ways to actually prevent impairments in these systems so that we can repair or prevent symptoms of Parkinson's, such as cognitive symptoms as well as balance disorders.
I'm hoping that the work of the Udall Centers as a whole will provide new important insights into the disease progression and potentially in the future offer some treatment methods for Parkinson's disease, and also give hope to all of our participants who are struggling with Parkinson's.